Hello and welcome back to the Bedtime Stories podcast, episode 26.
With your hosts, Callum and Hannah. Hello, everybody. We're back with another video recording if you're listening to this on Spotify.
And you're probably wondering, Callum, that doesn't look like your usual seat.
Oh, gosh.
It's good it's not.
So, Callum built a bar. Woo! Let's get that out of the way because he's dying to talk about it.
I'm dying for it.
Dying to talk about it.
Absolutely dying for it. And do you know what? I built this spot for guests.
Yeah, for the podcast studio.
But I want it. I want this spot. I think this spot's cool. I want it really badly. So is it bad if I sit guests there and I take this spot?
No, not at all. I'm comfy over here. The thing is, guys, is Callum built this from scratch. Like, if you're watching this on video, he literally built it from the ground up. Like, it's not like he flat packed it. Do you know what I mean? Like, unpacked it in from IKEA. He literally cut every single piece of wood you can see on that table, painted it, everything. It's incredible.
It's
my
absolutely
baby. Incredible.
And I don't want any other fucker sitting up here scratching it, helping themselves. Do you know what I mean? Because I'm charging for beers here.
Oh, Callum, behave.
I'm charging.
Behave.
You think I can?
You're not going to charge your friends.
You come in here, you pay, all right?
No one's ever going to want to come on our
joking.
podcast if you're charging them. They'll be like, oh, God, that Callum Joycey makes you pay to his bar. You weirdo.
No, obviously I'm not going to charge people. We had our full send-in here the other night, innit? Our first send.
We did. We had our first little gathering here in the studio, and it was quite fun. It was quite.
We
fun.
had some people over. One thing I will say, right, is I didn't realise when you're paying for it, you realise how much people fucking drink.
Yeah.
I was sitting there. And I was like, oh,
the wine's just going down.
the wine's gone, the beers are going, like the glasses are filling up. I had a lot of washing up to do the next day. It was pretty exhausting. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Bless you. But you know what? I am so proud of you. It's one thing I'm going to mention is this bar was like his baby for the past few weeks. It's been God. I don't think you slept properly until it was done.
I didn't. I've been up at 6 a.m. every morning.
He would roll over it. I don't know if you've got a boyfriend that's in the trade, if you've got a partner that is in trading and likes to build things, he would roll over at 2 a.m. and be like, right, what do you think I should do about this? I'm like, oh my gosh, like he's like sketching it up on his laptop, showing it to me. I'm like, this is great and I'm really proud, but I don't really understand this stuff.
It is absolutely perfect. Everything about it. I would show you behind here, but I'm not going to because I can't be asked.
He even got a bell, guys. He's got a bell for last orders.
Oi, I got a bell.
Last orders.
I would crack a drink open, but it's a bit too early, isn't it?
No, it's midday. You cannot crack a drink open right. Do about it right now. Yeah.
I think I can.
No, Callum, you can't. You can't.
Wait, technically.
Oh, here we go.
It's 1 o'clock.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
That is like the pinnacle of alcoholism when people say that. It's like
I know, it's bad,
5
isn't
o'clock
it?
somewhere.
I've been drinking so much since I've actually built this because when you're in here, it actually feels like you're in a bar, and you got the alcohol there and all that. But is it too early? Is it
Callum,
actually too early?
I'm not going to tell you what to do.
It's
are
the
a
first
man of your
episode
own
back,
volition.
isn't it? It's the first episode back.
It's not. It's the second.
With the bar. It's the first episode with the bar.
Have your drink. Come on, let's get on with it. Have your drink.
I'm going to crack open a Corona. My love, would you like anything from the bar?
I wouldn't know.
Are you sure?
I'm very sure, Callum.
100%?
Yes. Oh, my Lord. Do you know what? I'm really proud for him, but at the same time, I just want him to like... I'm joking. He's look at the smile on his face. He's so excited.
Un cerveza, por favor. Un cerveza. I'm not going to show the logo because I haven't sponsored it. If you want to sponsor me, with your alcohol, I've got a bottle opener built into the side. I've thought of it all, babe. I'm telling you, in the summertime, I think I might open it up to the public, put a sign outside and just be like, listen, people, if you want to come in for a drink, it's £2 a pint. That's cheaper than you'll get it anywhere else, right? And it's not really a pint, it's a bottle. So I'm charging you for the bottle. You come in here, you drink a couple drinks, you bog off.
You bog off.
I've been using that saying
I
more
love
recently,
it when you say that. Bog off.
Why don't you
Isn't that
bog
from
off?
Tracy Beaker?
It is
Bog
from
off.
Tracy Beaker.
Oh, it's brilliant.
It is from Tracy Beaker.
Brilliant.
Hannah, what's that song that I always confuse for the Tracy Beaker intro?
Oh, no matter what I do, all I think about is you. It's because
even when I'm with you,
you know I'm crazy. No, but it's because the actual theme tune of Tracy Beaker is I'ma make my work come true. My work gonna do to see me through.
Right.
Doesn't matter. No, it's literally I think sampled. I think it's literally
it
sampled.
has to be sampled.
Yeah.
It has to.
No, 110%.
Can we play them side by side quick?
Callum, we've just sung it. It's the exact same thing.
No, let's play it side by side.
All right. So this is the song that Callum always sings, thinking it's the Tracy Beaker. This is what he thinks is the Tracy Beaker theme song. So this song. Okay, and then this.
Right, wait, I'll play the Tracy Beaker song. Because this is it.
I genuinely think it's got to be. Can you Google this, please? Because it's going to know me now. Just Google it quick. Is it sampled?
I'm going to Google it on the Mac that I have now on my side in front of me.
On his bar.
Okay. Is Tracy Beaker theme song
sampled?
Danny Harmer had no idea who Stormzy was when he sampled Tracy Beaker theme tune.
No. Danny Harmer is the girl that plays Tracy Beaker. But is it sampled by? Does it sample Dilemma? However you say it. Dilemma. It's not spelled dilemma. It's spelled dilemma. But I don't know why
I'm just
everyone
going to
says
put
dilemma.
who sings the Tracy Beaker.
Okay, anyway, moving on from that.
I think it is
if you're in the
sampled.
industry and you know if that song's sampled.
I'm not the only person that gets them two songs confused.
All the time.
I'm not the only person that gets them two songs confused. They have to be sampled from one
Callum,
another.
when you sing a song, it's like Callum could listen to a song every single day. He'll know every intricate bit of the song. He'll start to sing it out loud and he will get every single lyric
and it'll
wrong.
Be wrong, yeah.
He'll just get different it's just
I don't listen to music for the lyrics. I listen to it because it makes me feel good. I'll be listening to the most depressive song ever. What's that song? If you run, you better run. Outrun my gun. What is it called, man?
The other kids with the pumped
he
listens to it all the time. He doesn't know it.
Better run. See, when you listen to that, you're outrun my gun. And then you deep it and you're like, this motherfucker's talking about shooting people. And I'm just like, oh my God. So I don't really listen to that anymore.
That's like cola. That's like cola. She sips the Coca-Cola. She don't know what's happening.
Oh, it's about spiking, isn't it?
Yeah, it's horrible. Horrible. Anywho, moving on swiftly from that.
Yeah, anyway, let's talk about childhood shows. Talking about Tracy Beaker, right? What was that one show that, you used to take the time off school? What was that one show you'd bang on and watch all day with your day off school?
Oh, I had so many. I was such a TV person when I was younger. It had to be something Disney. Like I was watching Wizards of Waverly Place probably. Like,
oh yeah, you was one of them.
Reruns of that. Do you know what I loved? And I don't know if this is like really niche and like not a lot of people used to watch it. On CBBC, there was this vampire show, and I can't remember. Hang on, I've got to Google it. I can't remember the name of it.
Hotel Transylvania.
No. It wasn't cartoon.
The dad. It had the dad and the son.
Yeah.
I used to
what was that called? Because me and my sister.
Dracula.
Young Dracula.
Young Dracula.
Okay, if you guys watched Young Dracula on CBBC, what year did it run? Oh my God, it had 5 seasons. Okay, it ran from 2016 to 2014.
Holy shit.
That is a long running show. Anyway.
2016 to 2014.
Me and my sister, 2006 to 2014.
Oh.
Me and my sister loved that show. And for the longest time, I was trying to remember the name of it and I couldn't remember the name of it. I loved CBBC. Young Dracula.
Mine, I wasn't the Disney kid. I didn't watch all them shows. Hannah knows what I'm going to say. I would watch like American Pie. So when I was a kid, obviously I've got an older brother.
Oh my God, don't.
The other day we sat down and we watched American Pie. The best movies and the best series ever.
The best is very loosely used here.
And I put it on and I said, oh God, it's so nostalgic. And I said, how old was you when you was watching this? It's probably like 12, 13.
I wanted to vomit. And his little brother, by the way, is 3 years younger than you?
Yeah.
He was watching it as well. I'm like, mate, little Ash must have been about 9 years old just watching boobs on the screen. Like, it is really, really raunchy.
No, Tracy Beaker. American Pie is some of the best script writing and
Callum,
comedy ever.
I think that's very, very opinion based. I don't know.
Do you know what it is? It's because it's so nostalgic for me.
Yeah. You've got the movies though that you look back and you're like, oh wow, it's like She's the Man. Like, I made you watch all them girly ones. Obviously, Callum had never really watched like young rom-coms. So like Clueless, I made you watch.
Oh, what's that
She's
shit
the Man.
one that's called Snog? Angus
Songs and Perfect Snogging. Absolute.
That film pisses me off.
This is where you feel the gender difference in how we grew up as well, especially me having a sister and him, like me only having a sister and him only having brothers. You can really see that like you were not into any of the girly stuff. Like I only recently made him watch a lot of like old Disney films that he'd never really watched before because Callum was the guy that was watching like How to Train Your Dragon and stuff and American Pie.
I actually didn't watch
Family
that until
Guy.
recently.
Oh, did you not?
How to Tame Your Dragon.
How to Train Your Dragon.
With the black dragon.
Yeah, he's so cute.
Yeah, really cute. No, I only watched that obviously when it came out.
Yeah.
But I was like 15, babe, when that came out.
What was another show that like obviously American Pie's a movie, Callum. Like if you're putting on the TV,
Right.
you got Freeview, mate. I didn't even have Sky for a lot of years. So you can, you're putting on
So-
Freeview. What are you putting on?
If I had the day off school and I'd go into my mum's bed and I would watch this one show, and it was these sewed puppets, and they was on a
What?
truck on like a van, and they were like hippie puppets.
Bits and Bobs.
Is that what it's called?
The two little.
Bits and
No, they
Bobs.
were like two little balls, and they were like. Brr, 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 brr.
TV show. Look, come on, I've got to find this.
I used to watch Bits and Bobs all the time.
No, that's not it. That looks
Oh.
shit.
Oh, I liked Bits and
Oh
Bobs.
no, babe, I've got to find this.
What? Can you explain it to me? Give me some. more.
So they was just character
There were
like.
two puppets.
No, it wasn't just two.
Okay.
There was loads of them.
Can you explain it further? What channel was this on? Was it like a CBBC show? Was it a kids
Probably
show?
CBBS.
Was
or
it a kid?
something.
Was it a kids show?
Of course, it was a kids show.
Okay, explain more. Explain more.
I can't remember.
Come on, Callum, rack your brain here. Right, two puppets on a
No,
on
it wasn't
a
two
truck.
puppets. People are probably thinking tweenies. It wasn't tweenies.
Right, they were on a truck.
Like occasionally they would be on a truck.
Occasionally they'd be on a truck. What does that even
Childhood
mean?
puppet shows.
Callum, do you know how many childhood puppet shows there are out there? Look at him
Yeah.
without his glasses trying to see the screen.
I can't see nothing, mate. No, come on.
The Hoops? Oh, I love the Hoops.
Wait, the Hoobs. Why does
Did
that ring a bell?
Did you watch the Hoops?
Wait, what?
Oh,
what-
me and my sister loved the Hoops.
The Hoobs.
I think that was on CBBS.
Wait, was it this?
These ones?
I think it was the
The
Hoobs.
Hoops. I love the Hoops.
Yeah, I think it was the
They
Hoobs.
were in like a magical forest.
a magical forest.
Yeah, they were in like a magical forest.
Did they ever go on trucks and that?
I don't remember there being trucks in there, Callum.
I think this is the show. I think I'm confusing it with something. Yeah, look, was on a truck.
Show me.
I'm gonna put a picture up on screen.
The
Look,
Hoops.
colourful truck. It was like a colourful
Oh,
truck.
I don't remember that. I just remember them
Yeah,
being in
bruv.
like a forest.
Nah, it's like a hippie
Oh
truck.
no, you're right. I'm thinking of
Yeah.
something else. Wait, what am I thinking? Thimbles. I'm thinking of Thimbles. Wait, let me get the theme song up.
Yeah, get the theme song
This
up.
is
Oh,
very,
this is the most nostalgic
very
episode.
nostalgic. The Hoobs opening theme. Ready?
Hannah, do you remember Little Cook, Big Cook?
Of course, I remember Little
Oh
Cook. Big
my
Cook.
God.
No, Big Cook, Little
Big
Cook.
Cook, Little Cook.
Welcome to our cafe.
Nah, do you know what fucking made me so sad? Seeing that one meme where he's like, "Oh, be careful, Ben," and
They've made
he
it
like
sexual.
ejaculated
Horrible,
in his
isn't it?
face. It's horrid.
Horrible.
Wait, what else is there? There was another one. Basil Brush.
Of course, Bon Bon.
Bear
Bear behaving badly.
Behaving badly.
I like that one.
Yeah. Is that not him though? When he said, yeah. No, he would
Oh,
say,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh, what is?
Yeah.
Me and my sister used to quote something from them. My dad used to get so annoyed. What did he used to
Basil
say?
Brush or Bear Behaving Badly?
Bear behaving badly. He used to say something really annoying. What was his catchphrase?
Well, Basil Brush's was,
No.
boom, boom.
No, he was bom bom.
No, it was ha, boom, boom.
Was
Whenever
it?
he would laugh. Yeah.
Hang on, Bear behaving badly. Was it Bear behave? Yeah, saying. What was his saying? Because me and my sister used to do it all the time. And
It was just, yeah.
was
Yeah,
it?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm rewatching this right now. That's the most annoying looking shot. Why is it so irritating?
They were. I watch shows like, I'll see, say for example, my niece and my nephew are over and they're playing, and there's a kids show on the TV. I'll be watching it and I just want to smash the telly
No,
up.
but
Then-
do you
no,
know-
but sorry, go on.
No, do you know what's really funny about the kids shows now? Because obviously we've seen a few of them here
They
and
don't
there.
make
'cause
them like
they're-
they used to, babe.
No, but they're always super animated, like really out of there. Or Callum's nephew is watching stuff on YouTube. Like he's watching his day-to-day shows on YouTube. Baldy's Basics. It's games. Like
it is.
he's not sitting down and putting on CBBC and watching the adverts anymore. They're not doing that no more.
I
like,
don't think like they sit down and watch Nickelodeon anymore or
Well,
Disney
no.
Channel. It's literally YouTube.
Callum, I could not tell you what one popular show on Disney or Nickelodeon right now. I literally couldn't tell you.
Don't. That's so sad.
Think about it. There's
Do you
nothing.
think kids even watch SpongeBob anymore?
Probably on Netflix or Disney Plus. You're not. When are you seeing somebody that's like? When are you seeing a kid that's putting on just normal TV? I don't know anyone that watches normal TV
man,
anymore.
that's
Really.
So sad. So sad, isn't it? It's like soaps. Soap TV.
Sorry. How are soaps still running? I
Who
really,
watches
I
soaps
really, really, really don't know.
Honestly,
I was into the soaps back in the day. Like I used to watch Hollyoaks and stuff.
I used to watch
They were
EastEnders
fun.
every day.
But now I just don't know. Like the storylines just get crazier and crazier. It's like Grey's Anatomy. They've renewed that for season like 21, I think.
Right.
What is happening in that hospital that requires 20 seasons?
This is the storyline of every single soap right now. Right. They die. They come back to life 2
Yep.
years later,
Yep.
or someone is in prison, or a murderer, or someone's a murderer. Every Christmas there's a murder.
No. Every Christmas there's a train or a plane. There's a crash. There's a big car crash.
There's a big crash.
There's a fire. There's a fire.
And Phil Mitchell's involved.
Or there's a character from 10 years ago who died that's coming back. And he's like, I'm here.
Like Grant.
Oh, God.
Like,
that was like in Hollyoaks. There was that guy. What was his name? Cyril. Oh mate, and he was in prison.
Hollyoaks was my worst one.
Oh really? I liked Hollyoaks the most out of all of them.
Oh my
that was my
God!
favourite,
Do you remember that scene where Curtis Pritchard and his brother went on there?
Oh, I just love talking about nostalgia. Doesn't it feel so like... But I feel like we were the last generation, Callum, that got to have that. We had that... Because obviously, like the 2000s babies, we had that final bit of... You know, we didn't have the phones until we were like teenagers. So we still got to have the old bits. But now we're in the modern era, if that makes sense, you know? Like I had my CD player, my little Walkman, but then I had my cassettes, but then I also was watching DVDs at points, you know? Like we have that. Because streaming, I mean, you think like movie streaming and stuff didn't really happen until the last like 5, 6, 7 years, I'd say.
Yeah, our era was era, whatever it is.
The Eras tour.
Our era, it was a weird one because people these days look at us as, oh, you lot were brought up on all this technology and all that.
Yeah, but we weren't really.
When I was really young, it'd still be going down to
Blockbusters,
getting a DVD, watching a DVD. We didn't have Wi-Fi, we didn't have phones. We just had. I had a flip-up Nokia. No. I found a Nokia. You know the brick ones. I found one in Wilko's before. Remember I told you and you thought it was your mum's?
Oh my God! Right. So me and Callum obviously grew up in the same area. Okay, and he turns around and goes, "Yeah, one time I found this Nokia in Wilkinson's." I was like, "Mate, my mum lost a Nokia in Wilkinson's, the same Wilkinson's as well." And
Could you imagine?
And it was around the same time. He was like, "Yeah, I was about this age." I was like, "Yeah, that was when my mum lost it." If you're the one that nicked my mum's phone,
could you imagine, Hannah?
Callum, it would have been crazy.
Imagine.
It would have been all over.
I loved that phone. That was my favourite. Do you know why? Because it had the snake game.
Yeah, because
the original snake game.
Had my mum's credit on it. That's probably why.
Your mum. You can't even put a card on a Nokia 310, whatever.
No, like
it
you
is.
used to top up like credit to get calls and stuff.
Oh right,
remember?
yeah. I don't know if there was credit on it when I got it. None of my friends had phone numbers, so I was even late to Instagram and Snapchat. I didn't have Snapchat or Instagram until I was year 9.
Really? I literally.
Your Snap score was already 250,000 by the time I joined.
I literally joined year 7 and I got my first. I think it was like the Samsung S3 Mini. Like I was so gassed. I was like, oh, look at me go with this little Samsung. I literally got Snapchat, Instagram, and Facebook all in the same week. Like I just got everything.
Can I ask you something?
Yeah.
What's your Snap score?
Listen. No. Before
just tell me your Snap score. Don't try and explain
before people try and come for me.
I'll get mine up.
No. But can you get up since when you've been a member of Snapchat? Okay?
No. I'm gonna get up from the very beginning of Snapchat.
So because
all right, go on, babe. Tell us your Snap score.
Okay, me and my friends used to communicate purely through Snapchat.
Give us your Snap score.
My Snap score is 353,610.
You're telling lies. It's more than that.
No, it's where my life look.
I thought it was more than that.
No, that's
is that a high Snap score? I think that's a high because mine's 79,786.
Oh my God, mine's like triple yours.
It was triple mine.
Yeah, but that being said,
you know what that means, don't you? You're a fucking.
No, but like me and my friends literally used to use that to communicate, and I've had that. What can I see when I made my Snapchat?
How many of them do you think are nudes?
Callum. I was literally a kid when I got this app. Like, stop. Me and my friends don't really use this anymore either. Like, we're not.
Snap?
Yeah, like we used to use it a lot.
The only time I ever use Snap is I message about 3 people on Snapchat.
Yeah.
My brother, Ashley, because he's younger.
He loves
it.
a bit of Snapchat.
I have a group chat on there, and then that's it. I don't message anyone on Snap.
Fair.
I use WhatsApp.
Well, listen, I'm going to change the topic up here because I had a couple of things in mind that I wanted to talk about today. Okay.
Go on then.
Enough nostalgia. So this morning, Callum's mum went for a job interview, and we went with her, and it kind of got me thinking about job interviews in general, like being young and going in for an interview. And I feel like there's this like, not stigma, but there's not a thing that's spoken about. The interviews are really, really nerve-wracking. And no matter how many interviews you've done in your life, you're going to be scared. Like, you're going to be so scared. What is the best and worst job interview you've ever had? Or just go through some of the job interviews that you've had before. Because I think you've had a few.
All right, wait, hold on. I need a beer for this. Listen, I promise I'm not an alcoholic. All right, I've just got a bar and I'm enjoying it for now. Yeah,
I've got a bar.
I'm enjoying the bar.
All right, Callum, all right.
Anyway, right. Oh, wait, hold on.
Oh, God.
Right. I'll be honest with you, babe. I haven't really had many interviews.
Do you know what? As I said the question to you, I was thinking, hang on a minute. He was you were with the same company doing carpentry for 4 or 5 years? Didn't you interview there?
So I left school and I went for a job interview with like this carpentry firm. Wait, did I start work the same day?
No, Callum, like literally, I don't think you had an interview. I think you and Ellis.
I just went in, didn't I?
You and your friend were both. No, it was an apprenticeship with the college.
It was apprenticeship.
It was an apprenticeship with the college, so you knew you already had the job because the college.
Ellis recommended me.
Yes, so Callum's best friend from college knew the company already, right?
Yeah.
Wait, hang on. How did this come about? I can't remember at all now.
So Ellis worked for my boss's son who started his own company.
Yes.
And then Ellis recommended me because I was on the course. I got an apprenticeship with Apex Construction.
Wait.
Big up Apex. Listen, we left on pretty bad terms because so if for those of you who don't know, I was a carpenter at one point and I worked for a firm called Apex. And yeah, so I was young, I was stupid, didn't know what I wanted to do with my life. But I couldn't have learnt from better people.
Yeah.
If you're going to go into a trade, you want to learn from the best of the best. And that's what they were.
Yeah.
They got the best jobs. They done everything right. They didn't skimp on anything.
Yeah.
And they were good. They paid. But the reason we left on bad terms is because I was going through this point in my life where I was just kind of like, I don't want to do this anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I'm like, babe? When I get like that,
Yes, I know.
I don't care if we're best friends. I won't turn up.
Yeah.
I won't enjoy what I'm doing.
Yeah.
So I just started taking more time off. Over lockdown, it obviously got a bit harder because you're getting comfortable. You don't want to work. You're like, shit, I really don't want to do this. I started YouTube at that point.
Yeah.
And then I was just like, I literally said one day, can I have the day off tomorrow?
Yeah.
And they just sacked me on the spot. Said, listen, mate, you're taking the piss. No.
But now you think about it, if you had employed you also would have done the exact same thing.
Of course.
Yeah.
I was an idiot.
Yeah.
I was an idiot.
Yeah.
But then it was the best choice I ever made.
Yeah.
Because look where I am now.
Yeah.
From there, I got a job in a gym. I said to myself after that, I said, oh, I'm into my fitness. I'm going to get a job in a gym. I got a job in a gym.
Yeah.
Yeah, really good job. And then I left that job after the second lockdown because they never asked me back. And I was like, okay, I don't really want to go back. And then it got to a point where I started TikTok, I think, around that time. Did I not?
You were working. You and your brother had opened your own construction company.
We opened our own construction company.
So then he went back to carpentry.
I forgot about that whole bit.
Yeah, you had a whole 2.
Yeah.
Callum, this is like a whole 2 years you're missing out.
Shit.
Audi. Let's not forget that.
So then after the gym, me and my brother started our own construction company. Done very well. We smashed it out of the park. Obviously, because we was young, we had some issues with like getting fucked over. I didn't sign contracts, blah, blah, blah. I had to shut that company down. My brother still runs the same one with a different name to this day. Absolutely smashing it. And then I said, bro, I don't want to do this anymore. I'm going to do full-time content. And just from there, I quit that job, started to do content, realised that it weren't paying at the moment. So I got a job in Audi. Worst job of my fucking life.
But the job interview, right? So you obviously had to have an interview for Audi.
I had to have... Sorry, I went off track.
No, of course.
I had to have an interview with Audi, right? And with the gym that I went to. The gym was it was one of my first interviews, so I was quite nervous.
Because fun fact, at the time as well, you have your level 2 in personal training.
I'm actually a qualified personal trainer.
Callum is a How many things does this man have under his belt, honestly?
Qualified personal trainer, qualified carpenter, qualified bad man.
should be your bio.
Mate, I could put so much in my CV right now. Yeah. It's unreal. But
so your interviews.
But the interview, the gym one was the woman I worked for was very intimidating. She's a very good boss. She knew how to run a business. And people like me, most of us probably don't like being told what to do. And it's just like, oh, all right, you're a nice person and all that, but it's not for me. So I left. Went to work in Audi.
How was the job interviews?
Oh, right. Sorry. Yeah. The job interview for that was pretty laid back and formal. It was just like, have you done anything before? I was obviously in really good shape, so they could see that I trained a lot. We got on, and it was just one of them where I was the perfect fit. I only worked on the front desk and doing a bit of cleaning and that, so it wasn't too hard. So that one was pretty relaxed and laid back. The Audi one was a bit harder because they had me doing tests.
Yeah, I had to do tests for my Primark one as well.
Went in for a few hours. Babe, you know what my memory's like, yeah? I went in there, they give me a memory test.
Did they actually?
They showed me a list of vegetables and fruits and where they were.
No, you never told me that.
Yeah, on the paper, said where they were.
No
numbers.
way.
And they gave me another sheet without the numbers and without the things. It was like, right, where were they? I was like, I don't fucking know.
No way.
I don't remember. And luckily, the woman I was with was quite lenient. She was like, okay, give you another go.
Yeah.
And I've done it 4 or 5 times until I got it right.
I guess it's just for competence, just to see that you can like,
it's just a little test they give you, innit? I mean, it's bollocks because what does it do?
Yeah.
But
I forget that he works in Aldi. He literally worked there for like a month, by the way. Like,
I worked there for a month and I left. Couldn't stand it.
Yeah.
Props to you people that work retail. Can't do it. Absolute bollocks. Every second of that work day, you're just like stacking the shelves and all that, and you're like, when's it going to end? I want to go home. Like, when's it going to fucking end? That is, and everyone I was speaking to in there, I was speaking to them. I was like, how long have you been here for? And I was like, I'm not even exaggerating this. Every single person, about 5-6 years.
Yeah, this is what I was
And
about
I was
to speak
like,
about. Yeah.
What?
So thanks for asking me, Callum, about my interviews.
I've only just finished my interviews. I've only just finished my story. I was literally about to say, what about yours? All right, go on then.
Well. I've done some crappy jobs in my day, let me tell you. I've done a lot of interviews for a lot of random things. It's wild. The one that sticks out to me the most is Primark. So I worked in Primark for like 6 months.
Oh my God.
And this was like, off my own back, I was like, right, I have no money. Like I was in like year 12, I think, or like year 11. So I must have been like 17. For starters, they were overworking me. I was illegally doing extra hours that I should not have been doing, because if you didn't know, when you're 16 to 18, you can only work up to 20. I think it was 25 hours a week. I was doing way more than that. At the same time as doing my A-levels, it was too much, right? And we're going in for the interview, and she sat me down. And one of the first things she asked me was like, so is this something that you'd like to do as a long-term career? You know, can you see Primark offering you the benefits? I'm 17. I'm sat there like, you're paying well. I need a part-time job on the side. Like, what do you want me to say? Like, yes, I can really see myself long-term careering in Primark. Like, no, I couldn't. And I just found it funny because a lot of people that I was working with, like, we were all young. Like, they were paid really, really well. That's one thing I would say. Literally, the month that I joined, they just changed it so that instead of it being minimum wage, like you were getting paid on your age, they were doing a base salary for everyone. Everyone was getting £9 an hour. Back in 2017, that was really good. Like
400 quid a week.
Well, obviously if you're working full time, but I was only doing like 20 hours a week. Right, yeah. So I was getting paid really, really well from that. I was super excited for it. And then as well, another thing she said to me in the interview, I was so nervous. I was like, oh my God, like it's like a really big company. Like, oh, I hope it goes well. And I'm sat there and she's like, so one thing that we really are proud of, bear in mind, I'm 17, is that we have a great pension scheme. I'm like, okay, I don't give a fuck about my pension. I'm 17.
Do you know? Yeah,
and she's like, we pay 3% into your pension each month from your salary. And I was
just
like,
give me the 3%.
And I'm like, do you know what? Like, so you'd pay your bit of pension, like whatever you got paid, you pay your percentage.
And they would go 3%.
They would match that 3% extra. And and I get now that it's like quite a cool thing they were doing, but like she was so excited about it. She was talking about it for ages. And I honestly, you know, when you're sat there and you're just dining out, I was like, I don't.
Just give me the fucking job, love.
I don't mind. I'm not really that fussed. Yeah. And then, a few other job interviews I've had. I mean, like a lot of them quite formal.
What about the college one?
The college one was really good. I mean, I got that through, I kind of had referenced from my best friend at the time. Her mum was working there. So it was a summer job as like a temporary staff. But I ended up having, I think the time that I worked there from August 2019 until October 2022, I think, or a bit longer, I don't know. Maybe 2018 I started. So I worked there for like a good 3-4 years. But during my time there, I had about 6 different interviews because I was going to different departments. And obviously because it's an educational institution, you had to have formal interviews. So I would literally be like, I'm just changing departments. I'd have to have a whole interview process for it, like selected and all that.
They loved you though.
Well, yeah, it's because I knew what I was doing at the time. Like it was like I was very, very good at my job in the summer, like because we would do summer enrollment. So I would be enrolling the students that were basically coming into the college. I was fucking sick at summer enrollment. I'm just gonna say this, right? Honestly, if all else fails, I need to go back to a job. I know what I'm doing. I know how to check your documents, baby. Right? If you want to give me your visas and stuff, I know what to do. But yeah, I haven't. I just hate interviews, no matter what. I would go for an internal.
I like interviews.
Really, I would go for an internal interview, and I'd be like crapping my pants, like, oh my God.
I never got scared for an interview
really?
Because what I would do. This sounds so big-headed, but me and my brother taught ourselves basically. Like me and my older brother, we really worked on our mental health and our confidence and all that kind of stuff. So when I would go into an interview, I'd kind of interview them as well.
Oh, Callum,
I'm that guy. I'll go in there but the thing is, that's the wrong thing to do. If you do that, they get worried because they're like, shit, this person could actually rival me for my space.
Well, it's not even just that. It's a bit.
No, it is. It happened. Connor done that. Connor went in once for a job interview.
His
older brother. He went in once for a job interview and he was so confident and so good at what he'd done,
Yeah.
the person didn't put him forward because she was scared that he would
was
take her
gonna-
job.
Yeah,
And she told him that. So when you go into these places, and I've actually read a book before that says when you are speaking to someone of higher authority,
Mm-hmm.
don't try and overshine them. You
Yeah.
have to undersell yourself, because otherwise they get scared.
Very
That-
interesting.
yeah. So
Very,
you
very
have to
interesting.
always, if you're in a place where someone has more authority over you,
Mm.
you can't show them you're smarter than them. You can't show them that you,
Wow.
yeah, because even if it's subconsciously, they think, shit, this person's really
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
If someone come up to me and was like, I'll run your page for you, blah blah blah, and no, that's the wrong example. If I had a job, right, and I was a manager of a construction firm, and I managed 20 people, and someone come on site, and they was a job interview, I was interviewing them, and they was telling me their whole thing. I was like, yeah, I've been in the game 20 years. This is how I ran my last company, blah blah blah. I'll be sitting there thinking, fuck, this guy could take my job. You think I want him working for the same company as me if he could take my job?
I'll be more concerned about why he's even trying to go for the job. Surely make your own company, bro. Like, go.
No, because a lot of people start their own companies
Yeah,
and it
I
just
get that,
goes
I get that, I get
tits
that.
up. So
I
they
get
have to work a 9 to 5 again.
Oh, that's good to know, isn't it? I do feel like interviews need to be more like, you need to give me more. And I feel like it's so formal and scary, like especially for a big job, like especially the thing that I was going for, like it was such an intense like education, like it's like government funded, like it's so scary to go for them. I feel like they need to make interviews more informal and a bit more laid back, but I know they're never going to be. They're always so horrible.
I mean, it depends where you're going for the job.
Yeah.
Like, if you're going for a job interview with like a social media marketing firm,
it's going to be more
it's going
fun.
to be more laid
Yeah.
back. You're going to
Yeah.
be chilling. They're going
Yeah.
to be like, do you want a drink or something like that? You'll be
Yeah.
like, yeah, we just vibe around here. If you're going for a college job, it's going to be like, right, so this is how we do things.
Yeah, if you go for a government job, you're going
Are
through
you
some checks.
GHB checked? No, not GHB.
Oh my god, DBS, Callum.
Are you DBS checked? Like, all right, babe, I don't know all this, do I?
Anyway, right. I have something to say.
Go on.
I have a question for the public, okay? Does anyone ever actually win the lottery? Okay? I have done so many lottery tickets. I've probably given them more money than I've ever won. Of course, like tenfold.
Of course you have. You've never won.
But I've never even met anyone that's actually won the lottery. I think I've met a few people that have won like maybe 100 quid on a scratch card, and it's like, wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Have you ever met anyone that's actually won a substantial amount of money on the lottery?
I know someone whose mum won a few grand on a lottery ticket.
Yeah.
Never known anyone to obviously win the
No.
millions or billions.
No.
But that's because it's
My
one
friend's
in
mum-
a billion.
Bella's mum won postcode lottery, which was like the most amazing thing in the entire world, which is my postcode as well. And I didn't have postcode lottery. Fuming. But yeah, she won a really like decent amount of that as well. But have you ever met anyone that's actually like, or known someone that's known someone that has won a
I'm gonna ask you a
big
question.
jackpot?
If any of you know someone who's ever won the lottery, put it in the comments. Give us their address, their bank details.
No, but I just feel like obviously it's potluck. I get that. It's numbers and they all happen like auto-generated, whatever. But I really would like to know someone that's actually fully won the lottery. I just because I want to win it.
If you won the lottery, would you tell everyone?
No, I learned it to my dad. My dad literally, guys, he would go every single day, or I think it was like every other day. He'd take his pound and he'd go and get a lottery ticket, and he was so excited every time. Never won. Obviously, never won the lottery. Okay, that's why I am the way I am today. No, and I really enjoy doing it too. It's fun, it's a little treat yourself. Get his pound, do a lottery. But if I won, I like he always said, you keep it quiet. You keep it quiet, honey, if you win the lottery.
Yeah.
And I always thought, why? And now I get it. It's like once people know that you've won that kind of money, it's like all hell's breaking loose, all right? All hell's breaking loose. But I would definitely, you're obviously going to help the people that need the help in your family. You're going to settle everyone down. You're going to make sure everyone's good, but you're not going to be screaming at the rooftops because then that's when it starts becoming a problem.
The people that go in the newspapers. I've just won 1.2 billion.
Yeah.
All right, mate. Now your message inbox is going to be full of people trying to reconnect with you. You know, one guy that picked up his lottery winnings with a screen mask on because he didn't want his family to know
that's so
that he'd won
valid.
it.
That's valid.
I would do the same thing. If I won the lottery, I wouldn't want it to be published about. I wouldn't want anything.
Well, you can opt out to your name being in it as well. You don't have to say your name. Like you put your face to the name. Put your face to the name.
I don't know what I would do, babe. First of all, I'd buy a massive fucking yacht.
A yacht?
Yeah.
I'm seasick. Why would you buy a yacht?
That's why I would buy a yacht. I love yachts. I've said since day one, since the day I knew I wanted to be rich, I said the first thing I would do is buy a yacht.
I would buy a farm. I want a ranch in Texas. I really,
In Texas?
or just it just feels cool.
I would
in
do
Texas,
Texas.
I
Because
want-
you can have guns in
want-
Texas.
I want a ranch,
A ranch?
or just like a little farm. I want a cottagey vibe. I want sun. I want to be somewhere where the sun is always shining. Is that too much to ask for? Guys, I don't even want to win like billions of pounds on lottery. Give me 100k and I'll make it work, okay? Please, National Lottery, all right?
Babe,
I
come
put
on.
so much money into this
Come
account.
on. What's 100k going to get you?
Callum, it's going to get plenty, all right?
What is 100k going to get you?
It's going to get a house.
It wouldn't buy it outright.
No, but it'll get a mortgage.
All right, so 25
I'm sorry, do you know how fucking hard it is to get on the property ladder in this day and age, all right? How many people our
but
age do you know?
realistic, right, yeah, it's hard.
Yes,
Okay.
because
But if you had 100 grand, yeah, 10% on a house, that's 25, 30 grand. You've already lost 30
can you
grand.
stop deconstructing my dream,
No,
please?
but then you need to spend the money on doing your house up.
He's
That's
always
another
got
10
shit on
to
everything that I
20k.
do.
You've already spent 55 grand. Then you got 45 grand. You're going to buy a nice car. You're going to go on a nice holiday. You've got about 30 grand left.
Oh,
That's a yearly salary.
I had a construction business. I know about property. Let me live. Let me live.
Babe, 100 grand these days gets you fuck all.
All
Just
right, well,
saying.
let me live. What I was going to say was, before you rudely interrupted me,
Go on.
I've forgotten now.
All right, say 1 million.
Oh, that was it. That trend on TikTok where it's like, my parents at 22, 23. And it's like them getting married, like them with a baby. And then
Right.
it's like, my brother at 29 opening his Easter basket. Because it's so true that nowadays, like, the last thing that we're thinking of, especially younger people, I know some people still do, but the majority of young people are not thinking about, let me get married, let me buy a house. Because for starters, both are too expensive.
Yeah.
Nobody can do it. Who do you know? Who do we know that is our age, that grew up in the same environments as us, you know, in the same kind of areas, that has bought a house? It's like not even 10% of people that we know, right? Not even. It's such a small majority now that no one can do it. It's impossible unless you've got a foot in the door already, some first-time buyer, some scheme to help you out, or you're working an absolutely fantastic job for a lot of years. You're pretty much screwed nowadays. It's pretty sad.
Yeah, I mean, unless you've got generational wealth, your parents own a home, yeah, you're pretty much not screwed. There's always a way you can do it.
No, yeah, but
you can, like, listen, if you're sitting there and you think, fuck, I'm never going to be able to own a house.
Yeah.
I'm never going to be able to do this and that. You can,
yeah,
and you will if you really, really want to.
but a lot of us will be living at home for a while.
But a lot of us will be living at home until we're probably 28, 30. That's just the way of life now. Like, a lot of people you speak to that are 25, 28 now still live with their parents.
Oh yeah,
because it's impossible.
Callum, I'm 24 this year, right? That means I'm like, if I'm literally still at home next year, you're talking about me.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, me as well. I live at home.
I know, I'm saying it like you're so
I'm
much
saying
younger than me.
Bruv, yeah. Like,
This is one thing I'm going to say as well. Me and Callum get a lot of comments on our TikTok videos asking, why don't we live together? Why don't we live together? Like, I get it. We've been together for 7 years. It is a bit weird that we don't live together. But because we got together when we were 16, obviously, we wouldn't have moved in together after a year anyway. It doesn't make sense. It's also so much money.
so much money.
Much planning that goes into it. And we're both pretty comfortable at home at the minute, I think. I do think the moving out process will start to happen soon. Like,
It has
we're
to,
there.
realistically.
I feel like we're mentally there. Like, we're at some
mentally.
point we're going to be ready shortly.
Yeah.
But I'm not rushing it. I'm not. I don't want to rush.
There's no point in rushing it.
I don't want to rush.
I
having to
mean,
move out.
My whole life, I've had people tell me, drive as soon as you can. Move out as soon as you can. Right, let's think about this. Because now every person that was telling me that and that drives, every time I see them, I'm having problems with my car. Oh, driving's so expensive.
No.
Petrol's this much.
No,
Oh, my mortgage is coming out this week. My rent's coming out.
no, but that's because you know people that have the worst car luck I have ever met in my
No,
life.
not even that.
Callum, none of my my girls have car problems. It's all your friends.
Babe, come on. You've told me countless times how many of your friends have car problems.
Callum, it's like, yeah, but it's
they
like,
break down all the time.
No,
Their monthly payments are ridiculous.
my mum's car is running like a jet, mate.
Your mum's car. Your mum is 60.
My mum
Hannah.
and my sister share a car. Yeah, they've had that shit. We've had that car. It's a 2002 plated.
I don't know how that thing's still
all
running,
right?
man.
She's running like an engine, mate. She don't. It's my dad took.
She's
my
running
dad
like an engine.
run like an engine. She's running. Like, I don't know. Run like a horse. I don't know. My dad took such good care of that car.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
So there you go. It's not. Do you know what I mean? It's you
I'm
thinking.
talking about people that told me.
Yes, because but you have such negative thoughts about it. But that's not necessarily what it's.
I don't have
always been.
negative thoughts about it. I have realistic thoughts.
Oh,
Right, let's put it this way. If I had a car when I was 17, there would have been points in my life I couldn't pay for that fucking car. at all. There would have been points where I would have had to go into debt.
Yeah.
Then what would have happened? I would have been in debt. I would have had to spend the rest of the money I got paying off that debt, and I would have continued being in debt because I would have had to get loans for other stuff, and then I would have had to live. So I think everyone rushes into getting a car, and I have to drive. No, you don't. I'm 23 years old. I get about. I literally I could go more places if I wanted to, and sometimes I could get there quicker. But I get to where I need to be, and I'm saving myself £600+ a month doing so. I don't need to drive. All these people put so much pressure on people to drive. You really don't.
I hate talking to Callum about cars because he just goes on.
Babe, I'm being realistic though. Come on. Okay. If we had cars, we wouldn't have been able to afford them when we was 20.
I'd be so happy if I had a car. I'd be so.
No, you wouldn't.
I
No,
would.
No, you wouldn't.
I would cry with happiness every day if I had a car.
No, you wouldn't.
The freedom it would give me, honestly. I literally would never step. Do you know why, babe? Because Callum has the luxury of when he wants, he does get lifts everywhere. Like Callum was that kid that would get a lift to and from school. I don't know who else had that luxury, but he was that kid. Okay.
Yeah, I was.
Imagine
fortunate.
getting a train and a bus every.
I still did that.
single day.
You're acting like I never done that.
No. But I mean, for work, when you was working on site, you was getting a lift. You were lucky enough to have gotten a lift.
Yeah, I was. Yeah, fortunate enough. Yeah.
There you go. For 3 years, I had to take 2, sometimes 3 buses to university. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
If I'd have driven, the luxury would have been. There you go.
But you would have been skint, because how the hell would you have
That's
afforded
fine,
the
but
car?
then I would have spent less money on other things. That's what you have to think about.
Like what?
It's true. I would have saved better because I would have known that I had that bill coming out at the end of the month. What you have to remember is you have never had the displeasure of having to constantly, every single day, get on a bus or a train to get to work. So
I did in year 11. Every day I had to get the train to school.
For 1 year.
Yeah.
Oh. Imagine doing that for 7. This is what I mean. So don't dishearten people. Don't discourage people that have to do that. Some people have to trek miles. There was a girl that was at my university.
Wait, you're saying this like I've said you like.
Yeah, you don't need to drive. You told people you don't need to drive. That's what you just said. You said if people are pushing you to drive, you don't need to.
Yeah, if you don't want to.
Yeah, if you don't want to.
So what you're trying to turn this into an argument for no reason?
No, because what I'm saying is that's the reason why you don't feel like you need to, because you've never had the displeasure of having to public transport it.
No, the reason I feel like I don't need to is because the public transport is there. I don't get what you're saying, because what I'm saying is I get public transport these days, right? I get the train everywhere. Why would I need to get a car? I've been used to getting lifts my whole life. I don't get them anymore. I do to the shops every now and then. If someone's going down that way, I'll get in the car.
No, I get it.
But I get public transport now, right? And think about it. I have to get public transport.
Callum, you're going off on one now. I can't.
No, just one more thing. 10 times a month, right? I probably spend a couple of £100, a few £100 on cabs and transport. But yeah, if I had a vehicle, I'll be spending that alone on petrol, let alone the insurance, the tax, the finance, or the outright payment of the car. And that's all I have to say. I think these days it's just as cheap to get public transport.
Everything's so expensive nowadays, you guys. The cost of living is ruining my life.
No, it's not.
It is hitting hard though. It is hitting pretty hard. It's horrid.
Fucking hard.
Oh, this is how I know the cost of living's bad. I was in B&M the other day, right? Okay. Good old B&M. I fucking love B&M, okay? I'm in there. The big bottle of Heinz ketchup. £6. In B&M,
I'm gonna start mashing up my own tomatoes.
In B&M as well. B&M is a bargain budget store, mate.
Yeah. No.
£6.
Can we talk about Poundland?
Oh my god, it's not a pound anymore, people.
It's not a pound anymore. You walk in there and things are £5, £6. You've got to change your name.
Have you seen that girl on TikTok? I can't remember her name, and she's like, Rishi Sunak.
Yeah, the Asian girl.
Why am I in Poundland and things aren't even a pound?
Yeah,
I was like,
yeah,
it's
yeah,
true.
yeah.
She's right. She's right.
She's right.
She's making
if you
a point.
walk into somewhere called Poundland, should be a fucking pound. I used to be able to walk in there and walk back out with about
20p
6
change.
things, mate. And because you used to get like 3 packs of Chewits for £1.
That's so specific.
6 packs of chewing gum for £1. These days, you walk in there, the first thing you see is £1.50 or £2.50.
It's true. It's horrible. It's absolutely ridiculous. And I think we should make a stand for it, Callum. Okay? I think on this podcast, we should warrant the government and we should put out a message to the people that life is too expensive now.
Listen, Rishi Sunak, sort it out, right? because we can't afford to live anymore. All right? We can't afford it. It's getting ridiculous. Go to Tesco's, and I'm spending 150 quid on just filling up one cupboard. That's not the fridge and meats. That's not the freezer. That's not the drinks. That's just on fucking snacks, son. Right? Bags. I won't stop going on about bags. I've gone on about bags.
This is like the 7th podcast he's spoken about plastic
Yes,
bags.
it is, because I stand for this. They started charging us 5p for plastic bags because they're bad for the environment. Fair play, you do that. But don't introduce plastic bags that are environmentally friendly and then start charging us 60 fucking p. It is a disgrace. And do you know what? I'm fed up of it. Sort your shit out, UK government.
Mate, the
poor... Leaving the EU was a massive fucking mistake. We shouldn't have done that.
Listen,
all right?
The poor man's going to be charging our friends and guests of the podcast to drink at
Cost
the bar.
of living, babe, you have to. All right?
But anywho, to wrap this up, today we've spoken about nostalgia. Jobs.
I think it's been a very good podcast.
Jobs. We had an argument about Callum not getting a car.
Yes, we did.
And Rishi Sunak has been called out by Callum Joyce.
Rishi Sunak's a pussy. Right.
Callum,
my mate works for him. I shouldn't say that. Guys, we want to get a guest on soon, right? We've never had a guest on we had Ezekiel, actually, didn't we?
Callum, we've had like 4 guests on. What do you mean? We had Light Skin
Not in
General
this,
twice.
not in the new studio.
Not in our new studio, we haven't.
Not in our new studio. So, guys, let us know who you want to see on the podcast next, and we shall channel them in.
Because for today's podcast, our guest was the gonk. If you guys didn't notice, that's the Halloween gonk that I bought for the Halloween podcast.
Hannah made me sit it.
I love him. He's so cute. He's our little mascot. Put his arms in the air. Make him wave his arms in the air.
Put your hands in the air like you just don't care.
Put his arms in the air.
They don't lift up, darling.
Oh, I'll have to unstitch that.
His hands are
his
stuck.
His arms will be free in the next podcast. Okay. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching today's episode. I hope you had a nice little trip down memory lane. I hope you learned a bit about job interviews. And I hope that you are also suffering from the cost of living crisis.
You are suffering from the cost of living crisis.
I'm sorry. But if you relate, I am sorry. It's horrible. Okay.
It's horrible. Yeah.
Alexa, play We're All in This Together.
Thank you for watching.
We'll see you
Peace
next
and
time.
love, baby.